So here's what we got this morning. We're back working on the truck, able to get my cooler in, and I got the slide out installed here, so it'll actually come sliding out. But anyway, so the main thing that we're working on now is the electrical. So I've got to hook up the electric for my tent, and most importantly, I am hooking up the Bluetti with the ChargerOne. Now I've already run all the wiring and stuff like that, so I'm about to actually start it up and make sure that it, doesn't catch on fire. All right, let's fire it up. Battery voltage looks good. Let's go check out the Bluetti. All right, so I've got the input cables run underneath the cab and secured, and everything's run up to here, which goes into the Bluetti. That's the input side. Output side comes out over here, goes to these connectors. The connectors run around back here and plug in to the DC input. Let's turn it on. We are back in the truck now, and I've got the Bluetti app opened. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck up. All right, and so the green light comes on, which means we've got some power going to it, and immediately you start to see 217 watts going in to charge the Bluetti battery. But, as far as the initial test goes, it's a success. I will be interested to see how long it takes to charge the battery fully. I believe that the advertisement said something like 4 hours to get a full charge. All right, so we've got the Anderson connector. It's a SB50, and so I ordered some SB50 cables off of Amazon. And so I've got it run here and then spliced, because I couldn't find one that had a 12-volt adapter. So what I've done is I spliced a 12-volt car charger adapter into the wire. Turn on the DC power. The red light comes on. And now I'm gonna climb up in the tent and see what kind of power we got. All right, so I'm in the tent, and this is where, just underneath me here, the Anderson connector comes up to this little power supply box. We flip that on. We got our volt reading, 13.4. And inside of here, we've got our USB-C and USB-C-A ports. And then this is another 12-volt port here, so you can hook up an inverter or whatever you want to. So now I want to see, come on up here. This is my little buddy. He loves the tent. He loves the tent. So now I'm going to take the wire that runs to the LED light strip and plug it in over here and see about turning them on. All right, so we've got our USB cord connected for the light and got our remote that came with it. Oh, yay! Let there be light! We are back in the Bluetti app. I'm just kind of seeing how everything's looking here. We've got the truck running. We've got 217 watts heading to the battery to charge it for the Bluetti 200 AC. And then from the Bluetti, I have the DC hookup, which goes to the SB50 connector on the tent, and that is running 6 watts currently with the light turned on. And then I have the AC connected to my Iceco refrigerator in the back, and that's running currently about 30-ish watts. It's running a pretty good bit of power right now because I just plugged it up, so it's trying to cool off again. Inside of the truck, my voltage looks good. I'm still running at 12.9 volts. And yeah, everything's working like a dream, man. It's what the plan is coming together. Now the plan is to clean up all of the wiring here, because of course this all looks crappy and it's all in the way. So I'm gonna run the wiring for my tent along the frame of my bed rack and get it squared away and pretty, and then do the same thing for the refrigerator cord. I'll probably pull this back out of the way over here and still leave the slack for it to slide out. But yeah, as far as the system itself, it's working great. I've got the ChargerOne bolted to the bed. Input comes in, output goes out, connects to the connectors here, runs around to the Bluetti charger itself. I put it in this orientation here, and I've got to kind of solidify how I'm exactly going to tie this down, because I don't want it shifting while I'm moving or driving or whatever. So I think that what I might do is put in another little attachment point on the other side in the bed here, because I don't want to run a strap all the way to that. That'll kind of create a space there that it'll be in the way. I want it to be as, you know, streamlined as possible. Habit I've formed from cave diving is you want everything to be streamlined. So this is all messy. I got to clean it up, but that's what the plan is now. All right, so I've gotten all of the wiring tucked away and cleaned up, and got the Bluetti actually kind of solidified in position. I'll show you how I did that. So the wiring for the tent, I run from the connector up around my bed rack over to here, down, and then it comes back here with all the wiring, and I've got it tucked away until I'm ready to use it. And then the wiring for the Bluetti, I kind of put all of that back behind the Bluetti itself. And as you can see, I've gotten bungee cords to hold it in place, and I've attached these brackets here that I can hook the bungee cord into. It still leaves me access to my AC input, so if I'm camping somewhere that has power available, or if I just happen to, you know, pull off at a truck stop and need to really top this thing off quick, I can still access my AC input. And then as far as everything else, the DC input, I didn't want it to jostle loose, and so I kind of just wrapped it around the handle there, and that'll hopefully help keep everything in place. And then on the other side, you can see I've gotten two more brackets mounted, and these are a little bit taller and they're L-shaped. So what that does is it actually keeps it, if for some reason this did shift going towards that way, it would stop on those brackets. The brackets would keep it from going too far that way. But the bungee cords are fairly tight, not like breakneck tight, but they are tight enough that this guy isn't gonna tip over and flip and go rolling around the bed of my truck, even on you know, some kind of rougher trails. And it's pretty much butted up to the ChargerOne back here. And so yeah, it's about as compact and tidy as that's gonna get for the moment. As far as the fridge cord goes, I was thinking that maybe I'd kind of like run it up through maybe like some sort of a ring system here or something, just to kind of have that cord not necessarily attached to anything, but just running through, so it would kind of keep it out of the way there. But we'll see how that goes. You guys ready?
Yeah.
You want some cold drinks?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Thank you guys for being such little troopers for me. There's one for you.
Are these waters?
No, those are sodas. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mmm. That's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
One.
Well, I'd say that is a success. We've gotten our refrigerator installed. We've gotten our Bluetti installed. Everything's charged up. We got cold drinks in the fridge.
Yeah.
Overall, I'd say that was a good day.
Hey,
So,
I want the orange one.
you want the orange one? Here, I'll take the apple one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that you enjoyed the entertainment purpose of it. Later on, we're going to be doing an in-depth gear review from front to back of the whole rig. So stay tuned for that. And thanks again. I hope you like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps support me in making more content like this and getting out with the boys and doing some fun stuff. So until next time.